Hey guys, welcome back to another David's Outdoors video. Today we've got snow event number 2 that we're preparing for. Got about 2 inches of snow that's supposed to be forecasted for tomorrow. So we're getting the tractor and the Normand and the Frontier potentially ready for this snowstorm. So let's go up in the tractor and let's go fill up with some fuel first. Alright, let's get in the tractor and let's get going here. First, let's buckle up. I find that it tends to be a little less of a bumpy ride when you're buckled, so buckle up, raise the Normand up, and let's go. So like I was kind of saying, we're going to start out, I just need this tractor, we're not doing too bad, we're at about 3/4 tank of fuel, diesel fuel left in there right now. Going into these snow events, I like to just have fuel on hand, ready to go. We're going to fill up the tractor full, and then we're going to come back and get my diesel can at some point today and get that filled as well. But just I find I should probably get my lights going. That would be good. Get my work lights all on. Turn off my rear lights so I'm not blinding people behind me. But yeah, so I just tend to find that filling up before the snow event is a little bit easier and a little less stressful than it is during the snow event. So that's what I've gotten in the habit of doing. It's a little bit of a drive to get over there, so I tend to fill up and then I put some Howes, I believe, diesel treatment in there. That seems to keep everything pretty clean, pretty clear, so I'm going to continue with that. But this snow event we're looking at, I believe it's 1.5 to 2 inches, so we're really not going to get very much. My snow trigger is 1/2 inch right now, which up in Canada I'll do the conversion of what it ends up being for you guys, but it's 1/2 inch. Next year I think I'm going to go up to 1 inch because I've already been out 3 times this year, once on Thanksgiving and once on Christmas, and I really didn't need to go out probably, so next year I'll probably end up raising that up to 1 inch. But anyway, yeah, so I hope you guys are liking these videos that I'm putting out. I know there's not a whole lot of tractor content, especially with 4052Rs and these, specific types of snowblowers and stuff. And I just wanted to add into the mix because there's a lot of questions that people have. It's a very hush-hush kind of subject. You got to make connections in order to figure out pretty much anything about this snow removal model. So that's kind of what I want to do. I just want to add another face. We've obviously got Stefano Narducci. He's doing a phenomenal job, really showing and highlighting this content. He's up in Canada. I'm obviously down here in South Dakota in the United States. So there's a few guys around here. I've got a buddy down in Brookings who I'll link his channel down below as well. His name is Seth. He owns, I believe he's got 2 tractors now, and he's got a 3rd one leased for the season, and he's doing pretty good as well. So it's definitely slowly starting to make its way down here into the US. So it's just fun to have some more faces involved in this type of content, and another person you can ask questions to, another person you can watch to make tweaks to your business, or and I'm doing this for myself too. If you guys have any questions, if you guys have any advice or anything you want to give to me, I'm an open book. I want to learn just as much as I want anybody else to learn about this. So this is going to be my first true year in this industry. Last year I was running around with just a little John Deere 1025 with just a Frontier 54-inch ag blower, and that was pretty cold. It was open cab. I would just use the bucket to kind of push snow and get snow away from the the garage doors and whatnot. And then I was using my snow blower to do everything else, the plow berms and whatnot, and that worked great. But obviously with a road speed of like 9-10 miles an hour, you don't really get a whole lot done with that. So ended up having to trailer that thing everywhere. And so this thing is definitely a huge upgrade from that. I really enjoy having the heated and cooled cab. Actually, half the time you're in here, you end up taking off your sweatshirt and turning on the AC anyway. So it makes blowing snow and getting out of the wind pretty nice. It's actually kind of a fun experience. And right now I've got my route toned down to about 3.5-4 hours, depending on how quickly I want to run it. problem right now for me is I've got all my houses spread apart. Gosh, we've got, it's not a huge town, probably about 3 square miles, I would say, but at the moment, all my houses are just kind of spread around everywhere else. So I'm hoping to get those kind of compacted, and hoping to get, hoping that this snowstorm will bring in some more calls and I can fill in some of those gaps between the houses. But I also just want to say thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch these videos and subscribing. This has been just amazing. Even yesterday we went from 292 subscribers, or 275, up to, I believe, 318 subscribers right now. So I obviously don't find myself that interesting to watch, but I'm glad that you guys do. And again, even with the YouTube, please give me tips and tricks on how I can make better content for you guys. I'm not really doing it for money. I'm more enjoying my time doing this. It's just kind of a fun hobby. And again, when I was in the market looking at this snow removal model and buying this tractor and whatnot, there's nothing on them. There's not a lot of videos. There's not a lot of content. There's a lot of questions surrounding them. And even if you're in the market for buying one of these tractors, it's sometimes kind of hard to find one at a local dealership. I pretty much bought this one almost sight unseen from my dealership, and obviously it ended up being a good buy for me. But for a lot of people, you're just wanting to make sure you're getting the most quality tractor you can get. So there's a lot of info on these 4066Rs. There's not as much on the 4052Rs, especially with cabs. And a lot of you guys might ask why I did not get a 4066R like the majority of people in this model, and the reasoning for that is I live in eastern South Dakota, which is just the plains, so I don't, like, this hill is pretty much as big of a hill as I will ever have to go up in this tractor, so I don't really need the pulling power. And I found that even in 2 foot of snow, the tractor doesn't bog down at all. When it comes to blowing snow or doing anything with the PTO. So I just do not need really just don't need the power of that 66. And I'm sorry, one of my buddies there, he's got another snow removal lawn company. I just was looking at his, so I apologize. But another reason is I have a snow pusher for this 4052R, but I don't do any commercial lots. So, for example, I'm looking at getting a metal press on it, just to kind of do some various small commercial stuff, but I would not. Oh man. So yeah, I'm looking to get a metal press on it next year, just to kind of help doing my small commercial stuff and whatnot, just because the snow pusher doesn't really allow a whole lot of flexibility with turning or whatnot. It's just loader mounted, frame mounted, or not frame, but loader mounted with no hydraulic turning or cylinders on it. So I'd like to be able to get up and even take a 12-foot scrape or 11-foot scrape off the driveways. But if I would have known that I was going to get the metal plus before I bought this tractor, I most likely would have opted to get the 66, just for a little bit extra horsepower to go into pushing that snow around. But I'm very happy with my 52. It's been a great tractor. I've got turf tires on it that help with landscaping, and so between my 1025 and the 4052, I really haven't had much need or want to either have anything bigger or have anything smaller. However, actually I will be trading in that. I just signed some paperwork to trade in my 1025R, so stay tuned for that. I believe that piece of equipment will be coming in today or tomorrow. I'm not sure at the time of watching this video when it will be coming in, but we probably will not get it till March, I believe, or February, just because they've got to do some various work and get the thing ready to. Basically, there's some different attachments that they need to put on it for me before I can get it, so it might be a little bit. So if you guys want to see any 1025R videos between now and before I get rid of it, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to cover them. I will be right back. I just need to fill up with some diesel. All done. Make sure you guys are still on. Perfect. So, where was I? yeah, so we're just preparing right now for this couple inches of snow. It should be fairly straightforward, nothing crazy. I'm not going to run with the snow pusher. I'll just have the Normand on the back. Yep, we're ready to go. Full on fuel. Gonna put some Howe's fuel treat or diesel treatment in as well. But ultimately, it should be a fairly straightforward, simple storm, and just kind of wanted to chat with you guys. And I'm curious to know what you guys, if you're still watching to this point, what business are you guys in? Are you guys just watching me because you like to watch the equipment being used and the tractors? Are you watching me because you're in the same business as I am? What is kind of the reason that you guys are following me? I'm just curious to know. Go straight through this here. It's just interesting. It's been fun to communicate with you guys, and obviously I didn't think that my page or my channel would take off as much as it has, and now I'm sure 300 subscribers isn't a lot for a lot of people, but for me, for as uninteresting as I sometimes think that I am, and I look back at these videos and I really don't think they're very good, you guys do seem to like it. So I really appreciate, you know, every one of you taking the time to watch, to like, to subscribe, to comment. If you want to keep seeing more, if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. I initially was going to be doing probably every Wednesday and every Sunday, but the more I think about it, the more that I'm enjoying communicating and talking to you guys, I think what may end up happening is I will stick to those that Wednesday, Sunday schedule for sure, but I'll probably end up posting videos even between that. So I've got a whole list of what I want to talk about, and the next video that I really want to get into is I just want to give some tips and tricks on what it really takes to, well, but yeah, I'm not sure what the next video will be. I've got kind of a list of what I'm doing, but I'm just kind of putting them together on the fly. And you know, obviously I still am a business owner, so although it's not necessarily my long or my busy season, I do still have a lot of work to do. I'm still answering calls, I'm still doing paperwork, I'm still trying to sign people up and selling jobs and whatnot like that. So I've just been doing as much work as, you know, with this YouTube channel as I've been allowed time. But really, I just want to be another face in the industry who's not, I mean, I don't own a huge company. It's really just myself and my wife when she helps, and we may hire another guy here and there throughout the season. But I really have focused my company on just the equipment that I own and myself. And so if you wonder how a 22-year-old can afford these nice pieces of equipment, it's not, you know, they're obviously debt. I'm obviously paying debt on them and paying monthly payments, but the reality of it is if you look at the cost of labor versus this equipment, I found that I would, before I go and hire a laborer, at the moment with me being young and healthy and still having the ability to move around freely and lift and do everything that I need to do, I would much rather right now invest in some pieces of equipment that when I am able to hire, or when I do want to hire somebody, that I've already got the equipment and it'll just make life easier. But as of now, I just want to learn this industry in and out big time first. I want to learn how to do everything in my way before I invite other people on and do various projects that maybe I don't even necessarily have a solution or a situation or a preferred way to do it. And so I feel like when I go and hire somebody, I want to be able to teach and I want to be able to train them. And before I can do that, I need to get my own policies, my own procedures and everything put in place myself. So right now we're just hiring part-time help here and there, and you know, if I really need help on a job or if I need help doing snow, whatever, I've got some various people who will come out and help me. But it's just been fun. I've really, you know, from being a college dropout, not knowing what I was going to do, to now owning a landscape company and doing all this stuff, I feel very blessed and grateful for the situation that I'm in and the situation I got as you can put me in. And so if you want to see a story on, or if you want to see a video on my story and how I actually came into this industry and how I started my business, maybe that can be my next video. Please let me know in the comments if if you'd like me to make a video on that, because it's not an amazing story, but sorry, it's not an amazing story, but it is my story, and obviously there's a lot of other people in a similar spot that I was, and so if I can even help one person, you know, decide to do something or to help them or motivate them, then I'd like to do that. Because yeah, I was a college dropout, and I went through and really had to change my life around and change my way of thinking and everything. And my business was not very successful in the first year. It really took to halfway through the second year for me to truly figure out what I was doing and how I can actually be profitable on jobs and how I can have good customer service while still being kind of stern and sticking to my ways, because I was just being thrown around that first year. So if you guys are interested in hearing my story, I'd love to do just a nice sit-down video on it and just talk and have a nice conversation and dialogue with you guys. So if you guys like seeing those kinds of videos, I'd love making them. I love to talk, and obviously, again, in this industry, it's all about connections. It's all about who you know. It's all about suppliers and clients and other people who can help and employees and whatnot. So I look at it the same with YouTube. The more people that we can gather into a community to have these good conversations and talk and you know, have good dialogue and conversations, the better we all really are. There's plenty of work out there for landscapers. There's grass to be mowed. Obviously, I would say there's snow to be pushed or snow to be moved, but that might be going a little bit away with this year. But ultimately, everything is cyclical. Everything is a cycle. You know, there's some years we'll have a lot of snow. Some years we'll have no snow. Some years we'll have dry grass and it won't grow very much, and other years will be very wet. So ultimately, it's just a matter of putting your face out there, doing the work, and just creating business, and you'll be more successful than you think if you truly put your mind to it. So again, I hope I can motivate at least one person to go out there and give it a shot, because I know where I was a couple of years ago, and I'm very thankful to be in the situation that I am now. And it took me jumping off a cliff to basically realize that there was water underneath and not more rocks. So please let me know if you want to see that. But as we're getting back to the shop here, I just want to look around quick and make sure that it looks like the gravel is unfrozen again, which is a bit of a problem, but we'll just have to set the skid shoes high again on that pusher. So, oh, and also if we do get snow, I know a lot of you guys have come in from my inverted frontier snowblower content, and we just haven't had snow, or else I'd be showing, you know, I'm going to make a video on the scrape quality of it and how it actually looks in use and how it actually performs an actual in like a testing review instead of just sitting down and talking about it. So if we do get some snow, you can expect that video within the next, probably Wednesday, I would say, next Wednesday. If we do get snow, my guess is we'll have this video on today if it uploads fast enough, which is Friday, or tomorrow, Saturday, and then Sunday, if we do end up getting snow, will be snow event number 2. So this will be preparing for snow event number 2. The Sunday video will actually be snow event number 2 if we get snow. That's kind of the kicker, because sometimes they really mess up with what they tell us. So we'll just have to wait and see what actually ends up being true. But anyways, so yeah, so we'll do that. But you can rest assured that that blower that Frontier inverted will have a review on it if we do end up getting snow. I can guarantee that. Just as you can see, there's not really any snow to test it on, so just be a video that nobody would want to watch because there's no snow. So let's just kind of go back in the garage and park this thing. We'll put some diesel fuel treatment. The Norman blower, as you guys saw in the last video, is all set, ready to go. There's really nothing more that I need to do today besides put that fuel treatment in and just kind of wait until the next storm in reality. So we'll see how that all goes. Sorry guys, just backing. Alright. yeah, so we just hopped out of the tractor. I'm just gonna put some treatment in, and this stuff here is the stuff I've been using. I'm not sure if it's good, but it's been working pretty well for me. Obviously hasn't been super cold yet, but I believe just put in a little bit more. Let me look at the directions and I will get back to you. Okay, directions say to just put in like an ounce, so I'm just gonna kind of guesstimate. Oh, sucker's child-proof and apparently Alex-proof too. Ooh, spilling all over. So just put in probably maybe a little bit more. It's supposed to be a little bit colder, so put that in. There's about 13 gallons in this tank, I believe, so that should take care of that. So got that figured out, that taken care of. Don't believe on the tractor that there's anything else that needs to be done. Fenders look good. I think they're breaking away nicely. I'll grease her up a little bit, but I'll do that off camera, so that's not fun. Norman looks good. Everything here is set properly and locked down. Got the two pardon me. We got the Aaron's Commercial 21 Pro that haven't even used it yet. It's still brand new. You can see that. Bought it this year and was hoping that I would use it. And then we've got the ST, the older Aaron's, my piece of steel that never gives me an issue. So those two are ready to go. We've got our, I'm not sure if any of you guys use any of these, but these are the best shovels ever. They're snow plows, poly edges on the bottom. That's a 36 incher. I'm hoping to get a 48 incher just to make sidewalks go a little bit quicker. But yeah, it's just beautiful. As you're doing a sidewalk an inch or a couple inches or less, it just nicely rolls off the side. So we have that. And yeah. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, thank you guys so much for all the subscribers, and you know, thank you for subscribing, thank you for watching, thank you for liking. And again, I don't know why you guys like me, but I appreciate it, and I hope that it, you know, I'm benefiting anybody or somebody at least. And so tractor's ready. Stay tuned for snow event number 2 if it happens. If it doesn't, there will be a different video on Sunday and I'll let you guys know. But thank you guys so much. Subscribe if you want to, and we will stay tuned for the next video. Thank you guys.